What's up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It's Ernie, Blerd without fear. Welcome back to the channel. So Tom King and Chris Mann's Heroes in Crisis series, this 7-part series just kicked off, and man, it's a doozy. Gotta give credit where credit is due. DC has turned in some good books this week. Heroes in Crisis is a story that seems like it's surprising that it took this long to have a story like this turn up, but this is a tale that is going to delve into what happens when heroes save the world but still have to deal with the aftermath, the trauma, the PTSD, the nightmares, the night terrors, things that people who have dead parents, fridged significant others, and strung out sidekicks would have to deal with. But before we get started, if this is your first time checking out my channel and you want to see more awesome videos like this one, it only takes 2 clicks to become one of Earth's mightiest subscribers. Click, click. When we pick up Heroes in Crisis #1, we kick things off with characters Booster Gold and Harley Quinn, both characters who have had their fair share of bumps recently in their respective corners of the DC universe. Booster having tried to give Batman the best wedding gift ever, only to create a nightmarish Batman version of Flashpoint, Batpoint, that led to Booster being imprisoned, beaten, and tortured by Bruce Wayne, only to end up witnessing Bruce Wayne kill himself at point-blank range. Harley has survived mental, emotional, physical, and likely sexual abuse at the hands of the Joker for years. She was even broken by him to become Harley Quinn. She's literally walking PTSD. This is why Sanctuary was created, to give heroes a chance to talk about the problems they're having, the nightmares, the fear, the times they failed, the lives they could have saved, and the ones they couldn't. Sometimes the very things that made them heroes, and that's why these heroes need Sanctuary, a facility in the middle of nowhere, Nebraska that is the perfect mixture of Kryptonian technology and Bruce Wayne's money, but with a touch of Batman's willpower, as well as Wonder Woman's compassion and Superman's honor. Using therapy droids with these aforementioned character traits to help these heroes who've seen too much to get through their problems. Characters ranging from Blue Jay to Wally West to Arsenal to Hotspot, and even lesser known characters like Lagoon Boy and Citizen Steel. And with these heroes getting the help they need and all seeming well, it was just the right time for something to go wrong. It's a great program, but unfortunately for those who are attending Sanctuary and seeking care, they've all been killed. Superman hovers over no less than 13 bodies, one of which may even be confirmed to be a Green Lantern, of Lagoon Boy, Blue Jay. And it's also really easy, if you're not paying attention, to miss Blue Jay's death, considering the fact that he's being eaten by crows. Not necessarily that the crows killed him, but they're just kind of cleaning up the aftermath of his death. Citizen Steel, Hotspot, Wally West, and Arsenal, among many more. A mass shooting, not unlike what we see in today's real world, and up to 261 mass shootings just this year alone by the making of this video. Only this time, the heroes were caught when they were least expecting it, and at their most vulnerable. One particular character of note, Hotspot, even seems to possibly be a nod towards Trayvon Martin, a young black kid who was found dead after being shot by George Zimmerman back in 2012. One could easily dismiss this parallel if not for the fact that Hotspot's look was changed to fit this narrative. It hit pretty close to home for me. Not only that, but the fact that Superman and Wonder Woman and Batman are completely taken off guard by this, and Batman said it best. What was once their hope for redemption just became another hunt for vengeance. While the Trinity are investigating the crime scene, they see a letter scrawled in what can only be presumed as blood. Not the android's blood, because their blood is obviously blue, but maybe in the blood of the victims of the mass shooting, that the puddlers are all dead. Likely referring to the androids that are supposed to be like their therapy bots, because the basic definition of a puddler is someone who removes the impurities from metal while it's being forged, more or less. But who knows, it could refer to something more deep and possibly even more vague. At the end of the day, the safe bet is the therapy bots. Knowing all this, when we see Harley come to the little diner not far from Sanctuary to meet up with Booster Gold, things seem that much more ominous. They share pleasantries, but in the end, Harley is there for more than just the peach pie and an opportunity to tell us she actually hates pudding. No, she's come to kill Booster Gold, armed with nothing more than the knife she used to eat her peach pie. Surprisingly, Harley gives Booster a run for his money, mostly because Booster doesn't want to hurt her. But don't tell Harley that. Not because she'd be offended, but because she doesn't really care. Whether crashing through diners or soaring through the Nebraska sky, Harley is carving Booster Gold up like a Thanksgiving turkey until they both fall out of the sky crashing down below. The trick is both Harley and Booster believe the other responsible for the deaths at Sanctuary. Harley may be even more convinced that Booster Gold is the killer than the other way around. Both have very different recollections of the mass shootings, but only one of them is walking away from this. And when we take the time to look at both Booster Gold and Harley Quinn going through their therapy sessions, it just makes you realize just how broken they both are. We also gotta take into consideration the fact that there are some unreliable narrator shenanigans going on with Booster Gold and Harley Quinn. Both are giving roughly the same story, but they're also with different twists. Both characters are seeing things from different perspectives and saying things that really contradict each other. Another really easy solution is that they're both responsible for it, considering the fact that Harley Quinn and Booster Gold are supposed to be linchpins of, this entire Sanctuary operation, considering the fact that they are pretty much the more prominent members that were being treated there, and in some ways considered pillars of that community. This story is likely one of the most personal stories Tom King has ever written because you can instantly get the feeling that it's from his experiences. You can even find interviews like this one where he talks about the incident that inspired this story, where a panic attack in 2016 sent him to the emergency room, an event that made him realize the true state of his mental health and realizing what he needed to do to get himself back on track. He even goes on to say, "For the last 2 years, I've spent my life trying to put myself back together and trying to see what that was about. Was it childhood stuff? Was it being in the war? What sort of moment of violence or discontinuity cracked me? That process has been revelatory. The idea that we can reach out to each other and I can say to somebody that I used to fight Al-Qaeda, and also sometimes I can't get my hand to stop shaking. Those two things can be true. You can be a man and also be a little weak. You can be a man and still love your family and still say that I got through this with help." Now, clearly, you see a lot of Booster Gold's character arc coming through in the story. Some cold-hearted sons of bitches will try to chalk it up to SJW nonsense, but I imagine those same people have their own insecurities and issues to deal with, whether they want to admit it or not. But it's definitely an eye-opening first issue. Multiple heroes, both obscure and well-known, dead, and the trinity of the DC universe left powerless to stop it. But once again, as always, let me know what you think about Heroes in Crisis #1, the kickoff for the 7-part event in DC Comics. Sound off in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, Hulk smash that like button. And if you want to see more awesome videos like this one, make sure you click subscribe so you can become one of Earth's mightiest subscribers and tap that bell so you know when I post up. And if you want to become one of Earth's mightiest patrons as well, swing on over by patreon.com/blerdwithoutfear. And if you're chucking a buck, you can get some exclusive content. And if you don't want to become one of Earth's mightiest patrons, that's fine too. Hey, all I ask is that you like this video and share it with your friends. And who knows, maybe they'll become some of Earth's mightiest subscribers too. Anyways, thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and while you're here, go ahead and check out some of these other videos I got floating around here. But until next time, Plus Ultra!